Realize deeply that the present moment is all you ever have. Eckhart Tolle, The Power of Now. If your mind feels loud right now, this story is for you. Just take a deep breath and let it guide you back to calm. By the end of my story, I will be sharing 4 simple, powerful practices you can start using today to keep your mind calm and stay present, no matter what life throws at you. But first, I want to tell you something personal that changed everything for me. So let the story begin. For most of my life, I thought my mind was me. The voice in my head, the constant thoughts, the stress, the overthinking. I thought that was just how life works. I didn't even question it. I thought worrying meant I was being responsible. I thought that replaying past conversations meant I was learning from them, and that imagining worst-case scenarios meant I was preparing for the future. But none of it made me feel better. In fact, I felt exhausted all the time. Even during good days, I would lie awake at night overanalyzing everything. I would go for a walk and not remember anything I saw. I would eat entire meals without tasting a bite, because I was always somewhere else, in my head. It's not that my life was unbearable. It's that my experience of life was filtered through constant mental noise, and that noise never let me rest. At some point, I stopped asking, how can I feel better? And start asking, why am I always in my head in the first place? That question led to a surprising shift. And it started with something really simple. I was walking to work, late again, and my head was spinning. Deadlines, guilt, anxiety. I wasn't even noticing where I was walking. I was staring at the ground, lost in thought. Then I looked up, and I saw a dog sitting on the sidewalk. It was just sitting, calm, present, watching the world, not anxious, not judging, not stressed about what happened 5 minutes ago or what might happen later. And I realized that dog is more at peace than I am. And it's not doing anything productive. It was just being. That moment hit me harder than I expected, because it made me wonder, when was the last time I just existed, without thinking about what's next or what went wrong? I couldn't even remember. So I stopped walking for a second and just breathed. And in that moment, I saw it. There's a difference between being lost in thought and being aware of your life while it is happening. That tiny pause, just a few seconds, created a crack in the wall I had built in my head. A wall of constant thinking, judgment, self-pressure, noise. That pause showed me there's something else, a quieter space, the one I had been missing all along. I started paying attention to my thoughts, and I realized something kind of shocking. The voice in my head never stops talking, and it's mostly negative. It criticizes, complains, doubts, predicts disaster, replays old memories, non-stop. And even worse, I believed everything it said. It took me a while to understand this, but here's the truth. You are not your thoughts. You are the one listening to your thoughts. That's a huge difference, because once you realize that, you get space, and in that space, there's peace. Here's what I learned. Most of our stress doesn't come from what's happening right now. It comes from thinking about what might happen, or what already happened. The mind is always jumping between the past and the future. But your life? It's only happening now, in this moment. That's what presence means. Being here, fully, without getting dragged into thought loops. It's not about sitting on a mountaintop meditating for hours. It's about paying attention to where you are, what you're doing, and how you're feeling right now, without judgment. You're in traffic. It's not moving. You're late. Your chest is tight. Your thoughts are racing. Why this always happens to me? My day is ruined. Why is everyone so slow? Please pause for a second and ask yourself, is the traffic causing your stress and or your reaction to it? Now imagine noticing your breath, letting go of the story in your head, and simply accepting, yes, I'm in traffic. It is what it is. You can either resist it and suffer, or accept it and stay calm. Here's another one. You get a text from someone and they seem off. maybe short or cold. Your mind starts spinning. Did I say something wrong? Are they mad at me? I knew this would happen, but the truth is, you don't know anything yet. That entire emotional spiral is made up of assumptions. Instead of getting dragged into that storm, try noticing the feeling, labeling it. That's anxiety. And come back to the moment. What's actually happening right now? Nothing. You got a short text. That's it. Presence isn't about being passive. It's about staying grounded in reality instead of being hijacked by mental stories. Every time you interrupt a thought loop and return to what's actually happening, you're practicing presence. So how do you actually bring this into your daily life? Especially when you are not sitting quietly with nothing to do. Here are 4 simple, powerful practices you can start using today. First is micro-mindfulness moments. You don't need 30 minutes of meditation, you just need 30 seconds of full attention. Next time you're drinking coffee, or brushing your teeth, or washing your hands, just do that. Notice how it feels, how it smells, the temperature, the movement. Don't check your phone, don't rush it, just be there. It sounds small, but the more you do this, the more present you become throughout your day. Second is the 5 senses reset. This is one of my favorite tricks when I'm overwhelmed. Ask yourself, what are 5 things I can see, 4 things I can touch, 3 things I can hear, 2 things I can smell, and 1 thing I can taste? It pulls your attention back to your body and your environment, instantly grounding you in the now. Third is, use triggers to wake up. Pick something. That happens regularly, like getting a notification or opening a door. Use that moment as a cue to take 1 deep breath and ask, where am I? What am I feeling right now? It turns daily habits into mindfulness practice without needing to change your schedule. Fourth is, label your thoughts and emotions. When your mind starts spiraling, try this. I notice I'm having a thought that, I notice I'm feeling. It creates distance between you and the thought or emotion, which gives you space to choose your response instead of reacting automatically. These practices aren't meant to be perfect. You'll forget, get lost in thought, react. That's okay. The point isn't to eliminate thoughts, it's to stop being controlled by them. Every time you notice you're lost in thought and return to the present, you're strengthening your awareness. That's the real practice. The best part? You don't have to fix all your problems to feel better. You just need to stop living in your mind all the time. When you start living in the now, even ordinary things become enjoyable again. Food tastes better, conversations feel deeper. Even doing the dishes can feel peaceful when you're actually there doing them, instead of resenting it. These ideas come from one of the most powerful books I've ever read, The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. It's not a self-help book in the usual sense. It's more like a guide to escaping mental chaos and learning to live with more awareness, calm, and clarity. If anything I shared today felt familiar or helpful to you, I strongly recommend reading this book. You'll find the link in the description. You are not your past. You are not your anxiety. You are not the voice in your head. You're the one who notices all of it. And that part of you is always free. If this message helped you slow down or see things differently, please like this video and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us create more mindful content like this and reach others who may need it. Thank you for watching. Namaste.